Hello, I'm Austin Wilson, co-portfolio manager at Hixon Zuercher Capital Management.
I'm Chase Rose, associate wealth advisor at Hixon Zuercher Capital Management. We're here to give you a market update for the month of July, looking back at June. So Austin, why don't you get us started with the markets?
All right, so the market.
I will say before we get started, I was going to make a punny joke about mustache.
Funny joke.
Yeah.
Mustache me.
Mustache you a question. After further contract negotiations, Austin was able to get back onto our video. And as those of you who watch each month, you might notice he still has the mustache. Yeah. So marketing let him back on. They felt bad for him.
There is an anti-discrimination lawsuit in the background discriminating against my mustache, but we're back.
We're back.
I will say it is growing on me.
This guy. It's not growing on me. I've been working on this sucker for 25 years.
25 years and counting. So, as Chase said, the markets for June, S&P 500 was up 3.46%. Dow was up 1.5%. NASDAQ up 5.44%, led by NVIDIA. Mm-hmm. Of course, small caps were down 0.43%. Developed international stocks also down 2.3%. Emerging market stocks, however, up 1.98%. And bonds, flattish, down 0.36%, struggling to find a little bit of traction there in the bond market as well. But overall, net, most things were up, and we can rejoice in that.
You're a big 90s country fan, right?
I love 90s country. George Strait, king of country music. George Strait, undisputed.
You might recognize his song, All My Exes Live in Texas.
Yeah,
right?
Oh yeah.
Well, I have a funny story today. All my indexes live in.
Okay, do tell. That's good.
So a group of investors is starting a national stock exchange to rival the New York and the NASDAQ. New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ exchanges.
Wow.
It will be called the Texas Stock Exchange. The all my indexes live.
All my indexes live in Texas.
He's gonna have to make a
remix. Yeah, for 2024.
Yeah. So the Texas Stock Exchange plans on filing with the SEC later this year after securing funding from private investors from firms like Citadel Securities and BlackRock, according to the Wall Street Journal. So this group is leading this push due to primarily anti-woke. They're focusing on anti-woke regulations around the stock exchanges. There's been some, not discrimination, but there's been a lot of criticism towards the New York Stock Exchanges and NASDAQ as well. There have been, many other exchanges who have tried and failed to compete with the big ones, but Texas has a lot of backing behind them, and the economy down in Texas is really booming.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a lot of corporate dollars down there ready to get put.
And no state income tax, right?
Yeah.
So
there you go.
That's another reason. So all my indexes live in Texas.
There you go.
I like it.
Look for your new country remix.
The remix.
Austin Wilson and Chase Rose. He'll be on the guitar and vocals. I'll just be there because I can't sing.
With a semi mustache.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Number 2, presidential debate. We had our first presidential debate for the 2020 election. Donald Trump, Joe Biden went at it. It had 51.3 million viewers, according to Nielsen, but figures are down from the first debate of 2020, which was up to about 73.1 million. One of the reasons for this is that it was the earliest debate on record at being months and months in advance of what we typically would have seen. So that's one of the reasons there. But the debates have started. Campaigning has started. There's an election coming. And what do we say about elections and investing?
They
don't matter.
They don't matter. Yeah.
They don't matter.
We say the phrase in a lot of different ways, but we're not investing in the Oval Office. Right?
Yep.
Basically, that's the bottom line.
Red or blue, markets move higher over time and economies grow. So don't let this election really dampen your investment outlook. So that's my thing about the election.
All right. I also have some election news not pertaining to the presidential election.
Ooh.
However, some people might draw similarities in the story. I will say this is more of a sad story, so I just want to
bring everyone down a little bit here.
Disclaim that before I get started. However, there's been a lot of comments about the presidential candidates' ages.
True.
Moving into this election.
Not spring chickens.
So let's just say in a theoretical situation, if something were to happen to one of the candidates, what might happen on the ballot this November?
That's a great question. Tell me, Chase.
I will say there was a situation where a popular New Jersey Democrat who has served 6 terms in Congress and was he was on the ballot for his Democratic Party's primary election for Congress this spring. He suffered a heart attack in April, unfortunately passed away. And a little over a month later, he still won his election.
Whoa.
Yeah. So there are a lot of questions recently about whether a felon can run for office. Apparently, you can still be on the ballot.
If you're not even alive. Wow.
So obviously, it's very sad that this gentleman passed away. But at the same time, I mean, you can still win the election. I have so many questions.
I don't know how that works.
I have so many questions. Now, the party will be, gathering to find a replacement for the November election.
Yeah.
But obviously,
it's wild, man.
I know. I thought it couldn't get any crazier.
That is pretty crazy. So speaking of presidential candidates, Supreme Court ruled that former President Donald Trump is immune from criminal prosecution for official acts as president, not immune from his acts, not acting officially as president, but immune from criminal prosecution for those official acts as president, which really limited the evidence and the scope of special counsel Jack Smith's case against him about the January 6th situation that's been in the courts as of late. So some sort of protection there as he was president. Immunity, per se.
Wow, that's very interesting. All right. You gotta flip the page. I got a lot of information.
I know, he's got way more information than me this month.
All right. You're a big late night TV fan?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, 9 o'clock.
There you go. You're more of what, like a Netflix guy? Or
we stream. We're streamers.
There you go. You're streamers. Okay. You may recognize the name Pat Sajak.
Yeah.
From Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
So Pat had his last spin in the month of June. Yes. After 41 seasons of Wheel of Fortune, Pat Sajak sold his final vow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get it?
I get it. I get it.
Yeah. So he ended one of the most prolific careers in TV. He set the Guinness World Record for the longest tenured host of a TV show, 41 years consecutively. So
it's a long time.
I know. Dana White is still maintaining her role on the show. Ryan Seacrest is now going to take over.
Really?
And actually, I found this interesting note that Dana White is getting her first pay raise in 18 years.
Well, she probably only made $5 million a year. Three. Okay, yeah. So,
$3 million a year.
I'm sorry.
I know. But yeah, so Pat Sajak is officially retired from Wheel of Fortune as of now.
That was in her contract. She had to keep her pay the same as long as he was around.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Number 4, Greece is what food is fried in. It's also a country in the Mediterranean. Yes, Chase Rose. They're controversially introduced a 6-day work week for some businesses in a bid to boost productivity and employment in the southern European country. The regulation came into force on July 1st, really bucking a global trend against working, or that was really for working less around the world and introducing working more. And it's a popular tourist destination. I'm guessing a lot of the industries that are going to be most impacted by this are more in the tourism side of things, in the services industry. But yeah, Greece bucking the trend, 6-day work week.
Don't let Tony and Josh hear that.
Markets aren't open.
There you go. Well, don't let the Texas Stock Exchange.
I know. They might have a 6-day stock exchange.
I hope not.
24 hours like crypto.
Yeah, that would be stressful.
That's too much.
Way too much, yeah. All right. Are you a big Joey Chestnut fan?
No.
The big hot dog guy?
I know he can put them away,
Yeah,
and it makes me sick to watch how many he can put away.
I agree. Well, for those of you who are Joey Chestnut fans, due to his partnership with a vegan hot dog brand, Impossible Foods.
Wait, time out.
Vegan hot dogs.
I can't get my mind around what a vegan hot dog would be anyway.
I couldn't tell you. I decided not to further my investigation into that because I really...
Sawdust?
I don't know. I don't want to. Don't tell me. I don't want to know.
100%
However,
beef.
Joey Chestnut is, he's a brand ambassador, so
oh yeah,
he must...
Where's the beef? Not in those hot dogs.
They must go down just as easy, I suppose. Can't say the same for coming back up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so due to his partnership with a vegan hot dog brand, Impossible Foods, Nathan has decided not to let him compete at their hot dog eating competition on July 4th.
Stick it to him.
Yeah, he's still going to be allowed to compete on Labor Day this September, but they drew the line on their premiere event.
Well, so here's the question. The Olympics are this summer, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're getting close. Hot dog eating is not yet an Olympic sport.
Should it be?
I don't know.
Are they athletes?
Oh, that's an extreme athlete right there.
That's an extreme athlete.
I mean, if we can have...
What you have to be able to do with your stomach and your jaw
Yeah, exactly.
for a extended period of time, it's
Athlete.
honestly impressive.
Athlete, for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
Impossible, you could say.
Oh, okay. This guy is really punny today.
All right, number 5, crude oil. So U.S. crude oil hit a 2-month high recently amid fears of a war between Israel and Hezbollah, and also tacking on to the price gains of oil, issues in the Caribbean with the potential hurricane and large hurricane really that's going on, but we don't know what the impact is going to be longer term, putting upward pressure on oil. This has also led gas prices to be up already at a time that they typically spike because of a holiday. So gas prices hit about $3.50 a gallon on average ahead of the 4th of July holiday, still lower than last month. So yeah, it's going to cost a couple more bucks to fill up your tank. And yeah, hopefully the hurricane doesn't do anything too bad to A, hurt people. That'd be bad, right?
Yeah.
Destroy things. But B, damage our oil supply because we need that. So
for sure.
yeah, oil.
Yeah. All right, so now is time for our Florida news story of the month. I will say,
This is my favorite.
I think the crazy Florida people have either gone on summer break or just gone north for the summer, and that is weird to say that.
Going
'cause
north
normally,
for the summer.
Normally it's like south for the winter, but north for the summer is actually a real thing.
It's too hot down there.
Yeah, it is way too hot. It was kind of hard finding a funny story this month, so I apologize if this is a little underwhelming.
Oh, man.
But a Florida man was arrested for shooting and destroying a Walmart drone.
Okay, delivering his
last month,
package.
during the month of June.
He was arrested?
Yeah, he was arrested for that. So, I mean, he was destroying it. So it was gun crimes, primarily, vandalism. For those of you who don't know, back in 2022, Walmart announced that they will be utilizing drones in certain areas to deliver to online customers. This man claims that the drone was following and watching him, so he decided to pull his gun out and just shoot it down.
I will say, what amount of... I mean, Florida, very gun happy, right?
I agree.
What amount of space above your property do you own? And you can do what...
That's a
maybe
great
they were
question.
trespassing.
That's a great question.
Were they trespassing? I don't know.
I don't know either.
But yeah, I think a shotgun would do some pretty bad damage to a drone. So, but the thing is, he also damaged his delivery.
I don't know if it was his.
Oh, see, that could be the problem. It was someone else's. It's just going over his property.
Yes.
Someone's
There you
missing
have
their
it.
Funyuns.
Yeah, if you missed your Walmart package, it probably got destroyed via 12 gauge.
Man, that's crazy. Well, thank you for listening this week. As a reminder, nothing we talked about today is a recommendation, but if you have any questions about your financial situation, feel free to give us a call at 419-425-2400 or email us at hello@hdcapital.com. And as we said earlier, Austin Wilson and Chase Rose with Hixon Zuercher Capital Management, wishing you a happy and hopefully stay cool July. Until next month, have a good one.